All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles and elders, the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Coming at you with another lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And, just watching, Elder Apostle Tahar's video. And I'm at the part where he's talking about the small hat community, right? And how, when he delivered packages or have to go pick up, certain individuals from this community, that how lavishly they live. Okay, just another way to show you that these people are not under the curses, right? And for you Jakes that might come on here and say, well, Cardi B is living lavishly, right? See, Cardi B and these different individuals in the entertainment industry are helping forward a left-hand, agenda for E. So he gives them these different crumbs and benefits. And this is just, a few, right? We're talking about whole communities of these small hot people flourishing, right? Flourishing. And they are a protected group, as Apostle Tahar said. So, as me, and as a brother, when we go out to work sometimes, we see how these individuals live, just to show you that these people are not under the curses. This is just another aspect to show you that these people are not under the curses. Okay? Because why? These people are not the people of the Lord, whom they have deceived the world to make believe that they are the people of the Lord, which they are not. So Apostle Paul Tahar put, as the title of his video, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And that's not happening to these small hat people, right? This is happening to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans of Negro and Indian descent, and also you Israelites that's amongst these different nations, right? Under these different proverb and bywords. But guess what? You're still Israelites, and you're going through the same shit Jake is going through all across the world. Why? It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I have commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these verse 2, it says, and all these blessings shall come upon thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. So it's made clear that the Lord said, look, you hearken unto my voice, all right, I'm going to bless you. You're going to get all these blessings. I got you, right? When you jump down to the 15th verse, it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And this has happened to our people, right? If you look at the state of our people today, you can tell that we as a nation been through hell, which is a condition. Okay? Why? Because we did not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Okay? We were disobedient unto his voice. We rebelled against his voice. You see? Jake, you want to know why you so effed up today? This is why. All right? And when you complain and when you're wondering, we tell you, and we try to tell you out the scriptures, the Bible, okay, which is a book for you, and you do what? You disregard it. Okay? So that's the problem why a lot of you Jakes don't understand now. Why the hell you going through what you're going through. Okay? So let's just let's read a couple of these. Let's just read a couple. Okay. Let's verse 25, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 25 says, the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. Okay, so the Lord stripped us from our power. And he said, look, you're going to be smitten before your enemies. You're not going to prevail against them. You're not going to prevail. You're going to lose. And you're going to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth, which the Israelites are scattered amongst all nations of the earth today. You have Israelites literally everywhere. Israelites coming out of all these different nations. You think The men in the Lord didn't know what they was talking about when, when he said this. Yes, James knew what he was talking about. The apostles knew what they were talking about. Let me just get this one and jump back to the point. It's the book of James, chapter 1, verse 1. James is servant of the Most High and of the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greeting. To the what? To the 12 tribes scattered abroad. All right? They knew what was going on. They was reading the scriptures. They was reading the prophecies of what was taking place. So they knew that the Israelites were scattered through the four corners of the earth. Right? So jumping back to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Right? Verse 29, it says, and thou shalt grope at noondays, and as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. Right? When Jake we are salt of the earth. We are, a thriving people. Okay? We can make it do what it do. But the Lord says, you are not going to what? You are not going to prosper in thy ways. All right? And, Jake might come on here and say, well, what about the people in the sports world? What about, the whole entertainment people, or all of our people that's in the entertainment business? Because we are the ones who, we are the show. Don't get it twisted. We are the show. Okay? But see, the only reason why we are in these positions that he allows us, let's not get that twisted. What he allows us is to what? It's still to further his his left hand or his agenda, because even though Jake might not be wicked, so to speak, and he might just play sports, well, he is using them in the entertainment and using them for the entertainment world to what? To further distract our people, just as what they did with the bread and circus Colosseum situation, which they did in Rome. Okay, so it's all for a reason dealing with Esau. You don't think he's not doing just doing stuff without no purpose, without no thought. Because he done a diligent search. He know what the hell he's doing. He know what he's using our people for. All right? Our talents to distract. Right? He's using our people's talent to distract the other people to focus upon them instead of what? Focusing on what really matters. Right? Instead of to focus on, turning to the Lord thy God. You see? It says, thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Right? And we know salvation is going to come through who? Yahweh Shai, who the world only calls Jesus Christ. But whatever position Jake is in today, guess what? You are still oppressed, because you can see it by if you speak up, and if on a political matter, you will get shut down. Okay? You talk out of line, you speak against their agenda, you will get shut down. Some way, somehow. They always do it, and they continue to do it. Right? You don't follow suit, you get shut down. Period. Verse 32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. Well, now let's go back. Just think about example with slavery. This strong people was able to be choked down by the base man, the bases of men, this nobody. Yeah, how was that able to happen? A higher power had to do it. A higher power had to take us down. A higher power had to take our strength from us. Our power had to weaken us for this to take place. Right? Our children being taken from us. Right? When you think about, the auction blocks, devastating, watching your children being ripped away from you, sold to different slave masters, men and women. And and they just, while they up there, you in shackles and chains, and you watching your daughter get rubbed on and your son get rubbed on. You know how crazy that is to see that? That's why it says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given to another people, and thine eyes shall look for and fail with longing for them all day long. Verse 37, thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. So Jake ain't called by their biblical name. The so-called Negro ain't being called a Judite. Right? They not be calling that Ephraim. A Puerto Rican ain't being called a Ephraimite. Their biblical nationality. No, they're being called Puerto Rican, which that goes back to Puerto Riches. You see what I'm saying? So wherever we go, we got these different proverbs and bywords. But somehow, some way, the small hats continue to keep their false identity as, the people of the Lord. The hell out of here. Y'all ain't the people of the Lord. Okay? Y'all just ain't, and y'all know it. I don't even got to get no more, But I'll get this. Because I'm lack of time. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 1, it says, and that shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations where the Lord thy God have driven thee. Tell me this ain't happening right now. Men of the Lord waking up all across the earth. Right? And sisters praising Yah B'Shem Yahushua, but the men on the highways and byways doing what? Calling these things to mind. The men of the Lord is doing that. The so-called Negro, Latino, Native American men are doing this. You see? And shall return unto the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, and thou and thy children with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Let's get this. This is a beautiful thing that was coming out through the Spirit too. Right? Isaiah chapter 11, verse 13 says, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. And this is what you're seeing happening today, the coming together of the tribes. Okay? The coming together of the tribes. Remember, right? Remember, it's just, it says everything is being raised again, like in the days of old. And this is what you're seeing. The hate leaving off from the brothers. Okay? Brothers and sisters of the tribe. Judah representing the southern kingdom, and Ephraim representing the northern kingdom. You see the love, okay, that we got one for another again. Okay? Teaching. Together through the spirit and power of Yah B'Shem Yahushua. Only the Most High was able to do this. You see? And this is a spiritual thing. And E cannot wrap his head around it. He can't because he thought he had the W. He thought he had the W. Well, he's in a trick bag because he got an L and he's about to hold this L. Right? So I just wanted to touch on that through the Spirit. Lord willing, hope is edifying. So next time I want to say, Shalom.